Captured in the 1940s, a couple shares an intimate moment on a park bench, embodying the rebellious spirit of love in simpler times. During the 1940s, women painted stockings onto their legs to mimic the fashion of the time, a creative solution during wartime shortages. This still from a 1960s French film captures the bold exploration of intimacy that broke cinematic boundaries. Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds strike a playful pose, showcasing their iconic chemistry from the golden age of Hollywood musicals. A rare Candid of Marilyn Monroe reveals the vulnerable side of the Hollywood icon, taken during the height of her career in the 1950s. This striking image from the 1970s depicts a raw and tense moment, reflecting the struggles of relationships in changing social eras. Photographed in the roaring 1920s, these two women pose with an ornate vase, representing the Art Deco glamour of the time. Linda Carter as Wonder Woman in the 1970s, symbolizing a generation of empowerment and iconic superhero culture. This stunning portrait from the 1950s captures the poised elegance of a young secretary, redefining the working woman of her time. A fleeting moment of passion caught in the dim lights of a 1980s pub, showcasing the uninhibited energy of nightlife. This striking portrait from the early 1900s captures a young woman, rifle in hand, embodying fierce independence in a rustic setting. Ailing Delon exudes charm at a glamorous film premiere in the 1960s, surrounded by an audience captivated by his star power. A 1950s depiction of what was deemed too hot for television, highlighting the era's strict censorship rules. A joyous moment frozen in time, a newlywed couple cutting their wedding cake, symbolizing love and fresh beginnings in the 1950s. A 1920s flapper lounging with an air of carefree sophistication, showcasing the fashion and boldness of the roaring 20s. Sybil Danning, holding a sword, epitomizes strength and allure in this iconic image from 1980s pop culture. This playful 1950s snapshot features women dressed as officers in a whimsical twist on authority and fun. A blonde bombshell poses on the beach in the 1950s, embodying the timeless glamour of vintage pinup culture. Marilyn Monroe flashes her iconic smile at a press event, captivating everyone with her radiant charm and elegance. A cheerful homemaker in the 1950s kitchen, captured with her loyal dog by her side, symbolizing domestic bliss. A candid moment of Marilyn Monroe lounging gracefully, embodying timeless charm in the late 1950s. This still from the 1985 cult classic Clue captures the suspense and style of its eccentric characters. A playful 1950s moment of a woman holding an advanced mathematics book, blending intellect with cheeky charm. A snapshot of Debbie Harry and her companion in the late 1970s, a defining era of punk and glam. A fierce on-screen struggle, showcasing the dramatic flair of action films from the 1960s. a 1960s Playboy bunny waitress, perfectly encapsulating the glamorous nightlife of the era. A cozy 1960s living room scene, complete with vinyl records and a sense of quiet leisure. Jane Mansfield lifts her baby in a tender beachside moment, showing the softer side of Hollywood glamour. A whimsical portrait from the 1950s capturing the playful elegance of a bygone era. A stunning black and white portrait showcasing the allure and sophistication of mid-century fashion.